They watch absolute basketball.
Year. He was very single-minded about just getting better and spending time on his game, and he really had a great sophomore year.
With Bones going to the draft, you mentioned Ace Baldwin. The natural progression would be for Ace to slide over and become the leader and stuff of the team. Injury kind of derailed that a little bit. How are things progressing with Ace, and what are your expectations of him as you've seen so far?
Yeah, he tore his Achilles in early May, and he's been rehabbing. Honestly, his voice in the gym has been great with his teammates. There's just only so much he can do the first few months. It's rehabbing every day. It's going to physical therapy 3-4 days a week, and he is in shoes now. He's moving around. There's no limp to him at all. So the next 2 months here are very important to him to gain strength and balance and mobility, and he's been doing that very well. So, the doctors and the PT people feel that, he's definitely ahead of schedule. But with the Achilles, it's just something you don't mess with. It's going to take a lot of time, and we're waiting for it. He's still he's the quarterback of the team. He's that point guard that on both sides of the ball is our leader. We're going to miss that for sure. But, I'm excited to watch Vince Williams and Keyshawn Curry, 2 seniors that got to step up in leadership. Vince had an awesome summer and spring, and I'm really, really excited for him in his senior year. He was third team all-conference last year, and I think he could take another big step this year. And, Ace, Marcus Shahonis will play some point guard. He's a transfer from Washington. I think he fits how we play, and he's got a great knack on playing the right way and doing what the coaches want. And then Jaden Nunn, he's out from Michigan, a freshman, who we're really excited about him. Loads of potential, fits our style. We're gonna throw him in the fire right away. And if we had a game tonight, he'd probably start the point as a true freshman. But that's the fun of it. We've done that before, and Ace is trying to teach Jaden how to do it. And when Ace gets back, the two of them could even play together because of how quick they are and the way they play. So we're going to create a lot of options because Ace is out. We're just going to have to get through the early part of the year without him, which is going to be a really tough non-conference schedule. But, hey, it's what we signed up for at VCU, so we're excited about it.
And I wanted to kind of jump on that point a little bit more. Obviously with Highland and Baldwin, you still return 4 of your top 6 guys. They're all the front court guys. But I wanted to jump in a little bit more and let you talk about the guards that you have. Like you said, the Keyshawn Curry, the Josh Banks, the Marcus Shahonis, the Jaden Nunns, those guys. What type of steps are you expecting those guys to take in being the unknown players on the team?
Yeah, well, I could go through, like Vince Williams is a guard. He's going to play the wing, and he'll handle the ball for us. He's a great passer. He's a senior. He's going to lead the way for us. So Keyshawn Curry is a downhill player, fits our system very well. He's got to turn into a defensive stopper for us. For him to have the greatest impact is be aggressive on offense, get shots for his teammates, but on defense, be that guy that could stop really good players in the A-10 and in our non-conference. Josh Banks, I thought, had a great summer. Sophomore from Charlotte. Josh is shooting the ball better than I've ever seen, and he just works really hard. And then Jameer Watkins from Trenton, New Jersey, another sophomore. He has, loads of potential. He needs just to continue to develop his game and his mindset and just keep maturing without a doubt. And then, we have a guy by the name of Nick Kern from St. Louis as a freshman. It's a 6'6" guard. He's going to become a crowd favorite very quickly at VCU. He fits our style, but, he's sort of dynamic and making plays. He just knows how to play basketball. He's a hooper, and I think that's really going to help. And Jaron McAllister is still, rehabbing from his knee ACL injury, but I think he's coming back sooner than later. So, he'll give us some great athleticism and downhill type of player as well. So that backcourt there, Jamie, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of good movers, right? Pressers and guys that could fly around. So that with our front court, it's a good combination of a lot of guys that can really help us.
Last season, Hassan Ward led you in block shots, second rebounding as a freshman. How has his summer gone, just oozing with potential, and what do you expect from him this season?
Well, he has the potential to take another big step. I thought he had a great spring and into the summer. He's got to take the next step in his work ethic and the next step in going to get what he's capable of going to get it. He's very new to the game, so all this is new to him. I think he's had some success he didn't know he'd have this early in his basketball life and career. And we're really excited about him. He fits our style, of course, and he has some wild plays. And I like to say that he has some vertical wild plays. What I mean by that is he makes plays where maybe only 5% or 2% of the rest of the NCAA basketball players in the country can make. Above the rim, coming out of nowhere, block a shot, the way he could run the court. And he's got to continue to just keep multiplying those wild plays. But he's getting better and better all the time. He's just maturing. He's almost 21 now, and that's huge just with his growth. So, but he has the potential to be a very, very good player in our league.
You're first in the league in conference play in both steals and block shots, 11th nationally in steals, 7th nationally blocks. How important is this aggressive style of defense for the success of your team?
It's just what we do, right? It's what we do. It's who we are. We recruit to that, and we want to make it really hard to play against us, no matter who we play, home or away, neutral. We want it hard for you to get the ball in bounds. We want to defend every dribble. We want to defend every pass. We want to cause problems with the way you run your offense, and we don't want you to be comfortable in your plan. And we want to derail plans, as we talk about all the time. But we also want to be able to sit down and play quarter court, half court defense. When people say, all they do is press or take gambles, that's not true. We're going to press like VCU has it for a long time, but we're going to sit down like my Randolph-Macon teams always did when I was there. We're going to sit down and guard you. And if you're going to score, you're going to have to really earn it as well.
Mm-hmm. You brought in 3 freshmen this season, 2 transfers. How did you go about looking at your roster this past season and going into the off season and figure out kind of the composition of what you wanted to bring in, young, old, development, all that type of stuff?
Yeah, we wanted to have a balance in it. We wanted to get the best freshmen we could that would impact our program. And I thought we did that with the 3 guys. Jaden Nunn, of course, decommitted from Iowa State when a coaching change. And Brent Scott, our assistant, had connections to people in his hometown of Flint, Michigan. And that opened up some doors there and getting another point guard, another handler, but also can play off the ball. And he can really shoot it. And I thought that's what we needed in that position. And a guy that could play behind Ace, but also play with Ace, because that's when we're at the best, when we have multiple handlers out there. And excited about him. Nick Kern, like I said, just a hooper. He can press, he can make plays. He could drive and dunk on you, but he can, handle the ball up the court against pressure. And, Jalen Deloach is a 6'9" kid from South Carolina who is just super competitive, very versatile, can really move. He's a very good rebounder and block shots, but also offensively, he can step away from the basket and make plays. So he really fits us. He can be on the front of the press and the back. He's a great mover. Comes from a great family, a hardworking family. And I think the sky is the limit for him. His freshman growth will be very important to his future for sure. And then we got Jimmy Nichols, of course, from South Carolina, a transfer from Providence. Really fits our style. He's a 4-man that can step away from the basket like a point forward, but he's 6'8.5", really long arms. He has 7'2" wingspan, so he could block shots. Like he's blocked Hassan's shots in practice this summer, which was pretty impressive. And we have another guy that goes after the ball, good rebounder, but he could step away from the basket and make plays like a guard. So we're going to ask him to do more and more, and he needs to continue to buy into the weight room and conditioning. And as he continues to get more disciplined, Jamie, he's going to be a good player in the A-10 without a doubt. Marcus Shahonis, one of our guards, of course, from Washington. He's had some big games in the Pac-12. Really fits our style. He's not the most athletic guy on our team, but just has a great knack how to play basketball. Joey Rodriguez is more of a point guard than Marcus, but they're two are very similar. They just have great knacks on how to play with and without the ball. Good passers, good shooters, canny finishes. He has a really good floater game and all that stuff. So, we're going to be asking for him, especially early in the year here, a lot from him. But that's why we wanted him. So all 5 guys are going to play, in their first year at VCU and make us better.
You're watching Absolute Basketball.